Morning. We were sitting in the van yesterday, which is here in between the trees, and I could hear a lot of commotion over here. It turns out that this tract of land here is pretty damp and soft, and he's dug a little trench here which leads to the stream down there, and it actually has flowing water in it now. We're going to go into town and we're going to check out their museum. The small towns, for some reason, always have a museum, so we're going to go see what it has to offer.
Expectations for the museum.
A lot like the last one we went to, but in Canadian.
In Canadian.
Mining town, isn't it? So it should have some mining stuff.
Some mining stuff. Some minor mining stuff. That's all I got.
So they close this museum one day a week, Wednesdays, and today is
Wednesday.
So we're going to look at it from the outside today.
Wow. What does that do?
Flowers with Everly.
This one's for zero, but Canadian sunflower.
Still prefer my van to tiny home living.
Yeah, it is. It's a tiny home. Thumbnail clickbait.
Oh, yeah.
Found first ever tiny home.
First ever kids' tiny home.
Yeah.
Just your size.
I think it was a doghouse. Do you know what this was used for?
Didn't it have pulleys or something, like belts on it?
I have no idea. But I think you're right. If you put a belt on these things and it turned, it could drag the cars up the hill. Well, I definitely want to come back another day and do this properly.
Me too.
But it is, even the stuff out here is pretty cool.
And I've never really been to a museum where all the stuff's outside. You know, it's going to get ruined in the elements outside instead of being looked after and for future generations to enjoy.
Want to go in the store?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Wild West store.
What's that thing?
What are they?
Petunias.
Petunias.
Flowers with Everly.
Do they match your shirt?
Marbles.
What is it?
Good. Oh, I think he's in the shop, isn't he?
How strange. How cool is that? Oh, it's the black light room. Is that what you called it?
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
It's all about the marbles. The guy came to me about the statues. I showed him how to build them, but it never occurred to me until this lady comes in one day and she says, "This guy's name's Joss, isn't it?" I says, "In the paint, J-O-S right there." She said, "I was in grade 1 with him." Really? She says, "Yeah, he was a marble nut then." And that's when I realized what he'd done is built a showcase for his marble collection.
You said about the marbles, didn't you? That's the first thing she said.
Yeah.
He's literally disappeared again.
You haven't been in
Where did he go?
a place like that before, have
The tram line down to Hadley, it's got all the claims on it. It's got the buildings that you can see in the picture. Came off a World War I destroyer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Started out as a HMS Vancouver in 1917.
Okay.
Quite a bit over the years. August 26th. Shovelhead, I had a red beard down to here and I had an Indian girl on the back. Pulled up out front, there was the for sale sign on the building. I'm kind of looking at the building, you know, like this is cool. And this guy pulls up in a logging car and he looks at me, he says, "You'll fit right in." Oh no. Yeah.
Really friendly guy, really strange experience. Somebody should probably explain to him that you can't come and grab a family off the street and shove them in a dark room and lock the door behind them. I stayed by the door, but that was top 10 weird experiences. He's even got an old car on the side. What do you think, Theo? Matches your shirt. Stand next to it.
That's amazing.
It has seen better days. If the museum had been open, we wouldn't have found that place. And I actually think that that was probably better than a museum. It was way more authentic.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Rocky start, but good finish. That guy was just telling us that he still pans for gold in this area, and he still finds quite a bit of it.
Yeah. I think he said it pays for breakfast.
Yeah. Better than nothing.
Yeah.
We're gonna go for a walk down Main Street now. He lives just off Main Street.
What, are we going to Dairy Queen? Are we going to Dairy
I don't know. Jeremy mentioned it.
It's funny, when you think of the Wild West, you don't think of Canada. I've seen more Wild West mining stuff here than I have in America. I keep hearing a door over in that old building creaking. Kinda weird.
Oh, there's someone upstairs.
I'm getting kinda spooked by this place now. He's looking out the window.
I think it is time we make like a tree.
And leave.
Goodbye to the creepiest town on our travels so far. In case you're wondering what we're doing climbing a mountain, we're looking for a gold mine that Jeremy, was that his name?
Rodney.
That Rodney, the guy in town, just told us about. He said go up the mountain about 4 kilometers and then take the second road on the right. Drone shot in a drive-by. Wildflowers, were they really?
Smells pretty.
So we don't think it's this turning, we're going to try another one.
On to number 2.
So take 2, he did say there was a corral at the entrance, and this is a corral. So let's try again. It's a lot of uphill walking. We've been walking for a while now and haven't seen any kind of human activity yet. I really hope we find a mine. I really want to see inside a mine. An abandoned mine. More wildflowers, were there really?
Can't smell these because it has too many bugs on it.
Too many bugs.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might see a mine.
Oh yeah, I think we found it. Oop.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, this is it.
Oh.
Wow, this isn't what I expected. I expected like a little hole in the wall. Oh wow, didn't expect that. There's the chute that they throw the rocks down. Much bigger than I expected. And it's nice and cool in this cave, I tell you what. I expected like one of those little doors in the side of the hill with all the wood around it. This is a proper cave. The air coming out of this cave is freezing cold. That is amazing. I've officially reached the point where I won't go any further because my flashlight will not light that up and there's no telling how deep it goes. That black hole I said I wouldn't go in. I couldn't leave without going in the black hole. It's not exactly the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs mine I was expecting. And it's super cold and eerily quiet in there. One of the coolest things we've done so far. Definitely worth the hike. And we wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for talking to that local guy. This looks more like the sort of mine I was expecting. Oh, I wonder how deep it goes. There's those tracks again. So if there's a bear in here, at least I'll get it on video. Whoa! I think there's something moving over there.
This is a proper mine.
Whoa, there is something moving. Ah, what is it? I think it's a rat.
What?
There was something moving.
A rat or a rat?
A rat. This is... Whoa, there was a noise down there.
What?
There was a noise down there.
Yeah, it was a bear,
No, but it was louder than a rat. God, it just kept going.
Mind your head, Emily.
Lucky Nicole wasn't in there with us. I don't know what that was, but I definitely heard a noise down a dark shaft in the side of a mountain. And I'm not going to go and find out what it is without a proper flashlight. So if she'll let me, I'd like to come back with a flashlight. God, that was amazing. I'm aware we were probably freaking out over nothing, but you go down into a mine shaft and hear a noise down a deep dark hole and tell me you didn't run away from it. So now we have to pay the price and walk all the way back. And it's a good, what do you think, like a mile and a half? 2 miles maybe? I think that worked out pretty good in the end today. The museum was closed, but it did lead us to meet that guy on the corner who gave us a really unique experience and also showed us where the caves were. And those caves were amazing. That was one of the coolest experiences on this trip so far. Yet again, Canada never ceases to amaze. But after all that walking, we are really tired and we're ready for bed. So we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Where's your bottle?